Hi everyone and welcome to CS 124 Honors. In this short video tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through how to use our Discord server. The first thing you're going to want to do once you join our server is to navigate over to your own profile, click Edit Profile, and then Edit Server Profile. So this is what's visible to people only on this server. You're going to want to change your nickname to first your first name or whatever preferred name you'd like staff and other students to call you, and in parentheses, put your net ID so that we can identify you. Then you're going to want to save those changes, and then we can navigate back to the main page. So one thing that you could see on this right sidebar here, I have the names blocked out, but you'll be able to see staff that's online and then maybe other students that are online. If you want to ever reach out to staff, you can see based on their roles what teams they may be working on, or the indication that they are actually staff, and based on information you see on the course website, if they seem to have an interest and you want to reach out to them, then you could definitely click on their profile to do so. On the left side, the first text channel you'll see is announcements. Announcements is very important. Whenever we have anything important to tell you about lectures, homework, projects, events, forms you need to fill out, etc., that will be put in announcements. One thing you can do with all text channels is if you right click, you can change your notification settings. The default is usually only at mentions, which means if you're pinged specifically and like at your role or at your username, those are the only times that you would see notifications for those messages. But for announcements, just to be safe, you might want to change it to all messages so that you don't miss anything. In general, people can chat about anything related to the course. Here, staff was just saying hi as they were joining the server. Under resources, there will be important links to things like the course website, course syllabus, anything else you may need. This video tutorial will be linked there once I finish filming it. One central component of the class is the semester-long group project. So in this channel, Ideas, you can share any project ideas that you may have or react to ideas that other students have as well. In the questions channel, you can ask any questions you have about the course, and a member of staff will try to answer those questions as soon as possible. And finally, in Random, as the name suggests, you can chat about anything even if it's not related to the course. Another really important category of channels are office hours. So in this course, office hours are conducted over Discord. If we navigate over to this office hours text channel, right now the only message is information about office hours, but this is a pinned message, and when this channel starts to get cluttered in the future, you can always go back to pinned messages to see when exactly office hours are and the procedure for joining them. So a staff member during these allotted times will send out a message here to tell you that they'll be conducting office hours, and then they will be in one of these voice channels or like rooms below. If you're waiting to be helped and somebody on staff is already helping somebody else, then you can either indicate that you're waiting inside this office hours text channel, or you can join another one of the rooms until they're ready to assist you. Another category of channels is social. So under the social, you'll be able to join certain virtual events that we may be hosting to get to know other people in the course, or just chat in any one of these text channels as well. We also will have something we're calling metagroups or interest pods, where people with areas of similar interest that may be doing topics or doing projects in those respective areas can join and share resources and talk to each other that way. So here we have two of the interest pods. We have the data science interest pod and the web development interest pod. So say I had interests in both areas, we will have a poll sent out later in the semester where you can indicate your areas of interest and get the, if you look to the right here, like roles like the data science interest pod or the web development interest pod. Under resources, staff and students can share tutorials, lectures, anything that they might find useful and other students might find useful as well that they can use in their projects and just for their own interest. Under questions, people can ask questions that they may have about their specific projects or about topics in general, and then students and staff can answer those questions accordingly. We also have a meeting room, a voice channel, just in case anybody in the different groups or in the different interest pods may want to meet synchronously. So as I said before, this is the same no matter what interest pod you're in, and you can be in only one or you can be in multiple depending on whatever your interests are. Finally, later in the semester, you'll be assigned a project group based on some of your interests. So in the text channel, you'll be communicating with the rest of your group as well as your project manager, who's a member of staff. And here you'll talk about when you're going to be meeting. You can communicate about your progress on the project, or just communication in general is very important, and a lot of it will be taking place over this text channel. In the future, if your project group may have multiple channels, not just the main channel, if you're split, say you're working on a web app and you want to split up into front end and back end, sometimes you can have text channels for those respective areas as well. Finally, this voice channel, the meeting room, can be used for online meetings. I hope that this little tutorial has been helpful. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And as I mentioned in the tutorial, there is a little questions channel where you can drop questions at any time.